Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Market manipulation. We're going to talk a little bit about XRP manipulation because I've been trying to bring it to the attention of my audience ever since the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit and when they declared XRP not to be a security. And I highlighted the fact that there was good and bad in that decision because if it's not a security, then it protects the institutions and the exchanges, the market makers, from being guilty of market manipulation or manipulating the price and churning the price of a security, you see, because XRP is not a security. And I began to tell you, hey, get your gorilla grip because they're going to try to shake it out of you. And that's what they've been doing. And a lot of things that just don't make sense have been happening. What? Things like Evernorth, G Treasury, getting a banking charter, international sovereign state deals. And they go on and on and on with Ripple and the use of XRP and the on demand liquidity and the XRPL and now the RLUSD. And yet, with all those wonderful developments, the price of XRP is stagnant. And now others have gained the courage to call it out. Now keep in mind, I've been calling it out. That video thumbnail that I had before you was from July of 2023. So what's that, 3 years ago? That's the foresight, that's the vision, that's the paradigm whisper that you get here at DK. We'll talk about it. But now, apparently another influencer has an article here from March 14, 2026, XRP price manipulation, shocking allegations of organized trading patterns emerge. No, they're not shocking allegations here, and they did not just recently emerge. Maybe just recently someone else caught on to it. And in this article here, it says recent allegations from a prominent XRP community figure have sparked intense discussion about the potential organized manipulation affecting the cryptocurrency's price movements, with patterns appearing suspiciously timed to U.S. market hours. Absolutely true. And now I'm glad that somebody else is speaking about it. Because here at DK, we'll talk about it. We've been talking about it. And if you like the content I'm providing, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, and then come back for more DK Will Talk About It. And under analyzing the trading patterns, the alleged, I like to use the word alleged, the specific pattern Arthur described involves in price timing around U.S. market operations. Typically, XRP experiences buying pressure in pre-market hours, pushing prices toward technical resistance levels. However, selling pressure emerges almost immediately after the 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time market opening. This creates a distinctive sawtooth pattern on the price charts. Absolutely so. Now, fortunately, with crypto, it's a 24/7 business. And as a matter of fact, it says it up here. First, the cryptocurrency market operates 24/7 while traditional markets follow specific patterns. Now, why would that be critical? The answer to that is because these are the hours of the institutions. They start at 9:30, 9 o'clock in the morning and finish around 4. And that's the reason for the price anomalies, we'll call them, that are happening with XRP despite all that wonderful good news. Now, we're not going to cover this article, but we are going to move on to another article speaking on similar matters. And in fact, this article here from March 18th, the prior one was from March 14th of 2026. This is March 18th of 2025. The mystery of XRP price manipulation, Wall Street giants exposed for hoarding coins in the dark web. Yes, they were setting up early on, keep in mind after the lawsuit, to do exactly what they're doing now, accumulate. And if you look back on some of my videos, keep your eyes out for the cards. I was talking about it also in 2022 and 2021 and maybe even 2020. I'm not sure, but I was saying back then that they were pretending like the institutions were not involved with crypto, and they were. They were accumulating. They were accumulating along with the whales. And the whales, too, are accused of manipulating liquidity of XRP and major market moves. Now, this article is far more contemporary. This article is from May 11th, 2026, yesterday. And by the time you see this video, the day before yesterday. Yes, according to this article, fresh accusations, they're not so fresh. I've been accusing them for a while. Fresh accusations of market manipulation are surrounding XRP after a wave of unusual whale activity triggered sharply liquidity shifts across major exchanges. On chain analysts claim that large XRP holders may be strategically moving billions of tokens to influence price action, target leverage positions, and exploit weak liquidity zones during critical market sessions. So when I told you Gorilla Grip and then hold on tight because they were going to try to shake you out, now the cat is out of the bag and there ain't no hiding it anymore. It poses the question, is XRP becoming a well-controlled market? XRP whales have now confirmed strategic manipulation of liquidity, turning what appears to be resistance into a calculated market trap, and you will hear it in my most recent video about the recent rise. That's exactly what it probably was. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. It's the one with the gorilla and the diamonds. A crypto trader and investor known as Cheeky Crypto on X noted that as XRP tested $1.45 resistance level for the fourth time, new data suggests this ceiling is a deliberate liquidity zone engineered by large holders. Folks, I have no doubt whatsoever that that's the case, and I've been screaming it from the mountains. At the core of this setup lies a staggering 1.16 billion XRP token supply overhang and a hidden market pipe. While retail investors interpret repeated rejections as weakness at the resistance zone, institutional players are reportedly absorbing sell pressure through ETFs. Oh my goodness. Right where I was at. They're finally getting there. But we were already there. If you were with DK, we'll talk about it. I don't have very many subscribers. That's because we're an elite class. Make us commonplace. Like and subscribe. On-chain data adds weight to this narrative. In a single day, 34.94 million XRP tokens were withdrawn from exchanges, while the XRP native automated market maker is creating a supply-demand imbalance. Furthermore, regulatory developments could act as a major catalyst. The United States Senate Banking Committee's ongoing work on the Clarity Act could become a major turning point for XRP resistance if lawmakers officially classify the asset as a digital commodity. Cheeky Crypto believes that the Goldman Sachs disclosure of a $153.8 million position in spot XRP ETFs marks the beginning of the institutional era for the ledger. No, that's not true. It offers the endorsement of the institutional era for the ledger. The beginning had already began way back when I started doing Here Come the ETF type videos. Stablecoin activity on XRP Ledger continues accelerating rapidly. Multiple bullish signals are aligning for XRP and its broader ecosystem. The CTO and founder of the House of Coleman has highlighted one of the strongest indicators came from exchange flow data showing that more than $115 million worth of XRP was withdrawn from exchanges within 24 hours. So what impact does that have? It reduces the market supply for the automatic market makers. It should push up the price because when the supply is low and the demand is high, you get a price rise. And they're trying to tie it into the Clarity Act. I don't think it's tied into the Clarity Act. I think you better buy on rumor and sell on the news. That's what I think. And I think I'm going to be right. And why sell on news? Because it's going to go down. You can buy and have more and keep your profits. But nonetheless, institutional adoption is becoming more tangible. In a notable development, Ondo Finance, JP Morgan, Connexus, MasterCard, and Ripple successfully executed near real-time cross-border redemption of tokenized U.S. Treasuries using XRPL. I tried to lead you to the treasuries also a year ago, I'm not sure. I can only do 5 cards per video. I'll try to put 5 relevant cards in this video, and I encourage you to go watch DK Will talk about it. My suspicions are now becoming narrative. My insight, not my suspicion. My interpretation, not my suspicion. My analysis, not my suspicion. My hypothesis, not my suspicion. My accusation, not my suspicion, is now becoming the narrative. I'm DK Will, and this is DK Will Talk About It. Maybe you want to come hear some more, and I'll talk about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.